Hey, I'm back with No Frills Hi-Fi. Today I've got a new toy from KGuss through HiFi College. I'll put all the links and everything, of course, in the description as always. But this is a power purifier or filter. According to the box, it's a purifler. So there is a typo on the box, but language barriers, it happens. But these are $139.99, and I'll put the link on. I've already cut the box open. Let's take a look. So you can kind of see how it's packaged. You got the actual filter here and the power cord here. Let's go ahead and just pull everything out. Seems to be a fairly heavy-duty power cable there. All right. Oh, and we've got some paperwork in there. All right. So I am excited to get a power filter / purifier. I've been wanting one for quite some time. Mostly, if I'm being honest, I mostly want one just because I need more ports. I've got, a power strip, but I just kind of needed a few more. And, why not go with something that's going to filter it? This is kind of a little unique, I think, in that, it's got these, you probably already noticed, it's got these universal plugs. So it does have 6 standard US plugs, and it's got, 4, I can count. It's got 4 standard US plugs, 6 universal plugs. I do have some reservations about the universal plugs. I'm not terribly worried about it for my use, but these do kind of terrify me, and I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. Just looking at the outside, though, it's also got a VU meter, so you can kind of tell if you're, overtaxing it. And it's got these 2 shunt switches, Power 1 and Power 2. So if you look at the top here, these are broken down into different categories or whatever. So you've got Power 1 and Power 2. Now, interestingly, though, when I looked at it online, these were labeled. And if I look at the paperwork here, they're labeled on the paperwork too. So, let me see. So on the paperwork, it says this is Power 1, this is Power 2, along with these. So it may take some trial and error just hitting the switches and seeing. But this is a very heavy unit. For what it is. I kind of had mixed feelings when I ordered it or when I asked for it to test, because with the universal plugs, they kind of scare me, and they're designed so that you can use this same power supply. If you kind of look at the back of it, yeah, right there. So it shows it's for 110 or 220 volt. So you can use this with European adapters from, all over the world, really. So if you have something from, say, England or France or China or wherever, you can plug it in here, which is kind of nice. You can also plug this cable into 110 or 220. So here's my reservation with that. It sounds like you've got all this great stuff. Why is there a problem? The problem is not so much for my use. My house is 110. I plug it in. Everything I use is pretty much going to be 110. So I don't need these at all. I could have just had a whole bunch of these, and truthfully would probably prefer that. But it is nice if somebody sends me something to test and it has a European plug, I can still plug it in. It's not dangerous at all. If I was to plug in a 220 volt piece of electronics, it probably just won't work. It might be way underpowered. It's not really going to be a problem. Here's the problem. If you're plugging this into 220 and somebody gives you a device that takes 110, you plug it in there, there's a good chance it's going to catch fire, or it's going to hurt you in some way, burn down the house. Any number of possibilities. It'll undo all of humanity if you plug in a 110 to this, if it's plugged into 220. Probably not quite that bad, but it does kind of worry me that a product like this is out there, that it's just something you want to be careful with. I would treat it with the same caution I would treat a table saw. Just make sure you use your brain when you're using this and you'll be fine. That being said, I do think it's a really good product. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know if it works as far as filtering goes. And honestly, my power here is pretty good, so I haven't really had any problems with that. But what I would like to do is I would like to see, there is kind of a very, very slight persistent hum no matter what I do. And mostly when there's music playing, you can't really hear it. It's kind of in between songs or in really quiet spots. You can kind of make it out. So I would like to see if this makes a difference in that. But truthfully, if I'm being honest, I really just needed more power ports. So I'm excited to try it out either way. I don't think I'll be disappointed unless I burn the house down, plugging in something like I shouldn't plug in. But overall, I mean, it seems well built. It's maybe not the prettiest as far as here the lettering on both sides. It looks like they engraved it and then they maybe painted it, and when they brushed the paint off or wiped the excess paint, they maybe didn't get quite all of it off of there. But I will say, I care more about the functionality than the finish on this thing, and I'll be totally transparent. For $139 for a power filter, if this thing works, I don't care what it looks like, I will be so happy. Also, on the back, I kind of pointed to it, where you plug in the power cord, but you've also got, over there, we've got a fuse. Here it is a 15 amp fuse. It is a resettable fuse. You just press it. So that's kind of nice. It does have some safety stuff in there. It's got these little feet, which are kind of nice because the casing on this is a little pointy on the corners, so I wouldn't want it scratching up my cabinet. But I think I'm going to be really happy with this. We'll see, once I get plugged in. But it looks very functional, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm totally excited about getting this thing plugged in. Don't know that I'll necessarily do like a A/B comparison kind of thing, because I know what my system sounds like. I probably will try to do some kind of follow-up video though, just to let you know if that hum gets out. Maybe I'll just put it in the notes there, but you're not going to hear it either way, so I'll probably just go ahead and put it in the description once I try it out. But I appreciate it, and don't forget to check out more of my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe so I can get more stuff like this to show you guys, and we'll catch you later.